today's video, I thought of a fun concept. If anyone else has done this, let me know. I really didn't go looking. I was just on vacation and I had ideas popping up in my head, in my noggin. So I wrote them down, but since everyone here has noticed, if you haven't noticed, well, I guess you're going to know now. I have a southern accent, and I personally don't hear my southern accent that strongly, but you guys sure do. Most of you do. So I thought I would make a video kind of surrounding that, since y'all find it so fascinating and tingly to hear someone with a southern accent do ASMR. So for today's videos, I am going to be repeating southern phrases, and I'm actually southern. I have seen that a lot of people imitate southern accents for ASMR. I've seen Grace V do it, and somebody else, I can't remember, but I guess it's popular. People like hearing a southern accent, so I'm looking. I already have it naturally, so I'm gonna repeat southern phrases. These are phrases that I use. Some of them I use, and then I also just looked up like common southern phrases on Google and wrote some down. So I don't really use all of these, but I do use some of them. So we're just gonna go through them. And I already started my video off with number 1, which is, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. In that I can confirm I say hey y'all, or just use the term y'all, y'all, a lot. When I greet any group of people, I would usually literally say that. I'd be like, hey y'all. So that's very common. I feel like even in non-southern places, I feel like I've heard people that don't have a southern accent say hey y'all, or just use that y'all. But I don't know, I might be wrong. So hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. So phrase number 2 on my list, I use this a lot, and I know my boyfriend uses it all the time, worse than me, but I reckon. So I'll ask him to do something, and he'll say, I reckon. You could ask me, do you want to go to the store? I reckon so. Do you use that? Do you guys ever say I reckon? Is anybody here southern? I know I have a lot of subscribers from like different countries that say my accent is fascinating because they've never heard it before. Southern. So, okay. The next one is give me some sugar. Give me some sugar. Now, I obviously don't really use this ever, but I know older Southern, like grandmas, or even grandpas. I think my pa, which pa to me is my great grandfather is my pa. He's dead now, but when he was alive, he used to always say that, like, come hug me and give me some sugar. Or my granny, which is my great grandmother, my granny, she used to say that too, give me some sugar. Come give your granny some sugar, sugar. Come and give me some sugar. So that's definitely more of an older person's, phrase, I would think. Which, I mean, I may be wrong. If you're Southern and you're young and you say that, I'm sorry. But that's what I'm assuming. It's more older Southern people who say, give me some sugar. Give me some sugar. Give me some sugar. Give me some sugar. Has anyone ever said that to you? A grandmother or grandfather? Give me some sugar. Gimme. And it's spelled G-I-M-M-E. Gimme. Not give me. Gimme. Give me some sugar. The next phrase. Southern phrase is going to be hold your horses. Why are you such in a rush? Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I say this every day, but I definitely do say this, and it is common for people in the South to say, just kind of like if you're in a rush, or trying to do something really quick, or someone's trying to stop you from doing something, hold your horses. Hold your horses. Just means kind of stop, halt, wait. You know what I mean? Just that kind of thing. Hold your horses. Hold your horses now. There's no rush. There's no rush. There is no rush. Hold your horses. Hold your horses now, honey. Hold your horses. I haven't said that in probably a while, but I have said it many times, and I know other people in my family, especially older people, say stuff like that. Hold your horses. Hold your horses now. Hold your horses now, honey. Hold your horses. Like I said, just no rush, just wait. Hold on. Hold your horses. I'm curious to see how many of you guys use these phrases that I'm talking about. And if you do, are you Southern? Or do you use it and you're not Southern? guys don't want to know what time I got up, I'll go ahead and tell you. Excuse me. Excuse my mouth. I got up at 3:30, and I'm not kidding, 3:30. 3:30. So, we got a long day. So this one is, I'm sweating more than a hooker in church. Yeah, you heard me. I'm sweating. I'm sweating more than a hooker in church. So this is just kind of a funny phrase that people say when they're really hot and they're sweaty. You know, a hooker being in church. You get it. I'm sweating more than a hooker in church. I'm sweating more than a hooker in church. And I hope this isn't gonna bring any offense to somebody. I don't mean anything offensive by it. It's just a phrase people say. I know people like to get offended by every little thing in 2021. Everything's fucking offensive. Well, you know what I say. Toughen up a little bit. Toughen up. Not everything's offensive. Not everything has to hurt your feelings. Some things are just a joke. Stop getting offended by every single little thing. Use your energy for something else, you know. But, anyways, I'm sweating more than a hooker in church. I'm sweating more than a hooker in church. I'm sweating more than a hooker in church. I am sweating more than a hooker someone say that. So, just any kind of situation where you're just like, oh Lord, like, where you're just like, what the fuck, like, what's going on, or someone's about to do something stupid, or you're just, I can't think of a good example, but I say it so much, so let me think. Let me sip my coffee and think on it, because I can think of an example if I just sit here a second and think. Okay, this is just a random, super random example. So let's say there's a student driver or your family member, your 15-year-old cousin who's never drove before is going to start driving. They're going to drive for the first time today, and you might be, in a funny way, it's not really serious. I mean, it can be used seriously. You know, they say they're about to start driving, and you might be like, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, protect us from her on the streets. You know what I mean? Like, or, let's see. Let's say my mother-in-law is calling to talk about trauma in her life. I might, in my head or out loud, see her calling, and I know what it's about. It's about the same old trauma. I might be like, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I gotta answer this phone call, Lord. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like that. Or let's think of more examples. My boyfriend might say he's going to pierce his ears, and I don't like ear piercings. Not that I wouldn't let him do it. I'm not controlling, but let's just, in a funny way, like it's not a serious way. He might be like, hey babe, messing with me, hey babe, I'm gonna get my ears pierced. And I'll be like, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, help me. You know what I mean? Like in a funny way. Like I don't know how to explain what it means without just giving examples of when you would say it. I think it's just, I say in all kinds of situations. If we're at the dog park and the dogs are acting crazy and barking and just acting like crazy as fuck, you know, starting problems, whatever, I might just be like, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you'll get what I'm saying from the way I'm explaining in this video, guys, but I'm trying to explain. I've been up since 3:30. It's 9 o'clock, and I'm tired, and I can't explain something, your child or whatever, they'll be like, alright, I'm fixing to. Fixin to. Or just like the word fixin in general, because I know a lot of people, I've heard at least, think it's weird that people will say, go fix your plate when it's dinner time or whatever. You know, a lot of people say, go make your plate. In the South, they go say, go fix your plate. Go fix your plate. Go fix your plate. Not that anything's wrong with your plate. That just means literally go get your plate and put your food on your plate. Go fix your plate. Everyone says that. Hell, I even say that. So I'm fixing to. And I say that too, I think. I'm pretty sure it's hard to think about everything that I say. But I'm pretty sure I say I'm fixing to. Like if someone asks me to do something, I'll be like, I'm fixing to do it. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm fixing to do it. Fixin' to. I'm fixin' to. I'm fixin' to. I'm fixin' to do it. I'm fixin' to do it. I'm about to go fix my plate. Little nail tapping with a new dark blue turquoise, like a dark blue turquoise, or no, like teal nails that I love. I'm fixing to do it. I'm fixing to get it done. I'm gonna go fix my dinner plate. Or is this a southern thing? I didn't write this on my list. I have a list right here, guys. Surprise, surprise, on my iPad. I use this for everything, but I have a list on my iPad, but I didn't put this on there, but I think this is a southern thing. Supper. A lot of people don't really say dinner. They say supper. It's time for supper. It's supper time. I don't say that as much. I don't know why. I just don't. I usually say dinner. But I know even my mom, she's like, what do you want for supper? She'll ask me when I would live there, what do you want for supper, Danielle? Or when I go home to visit now, she'll text me, what do you want to eat for supper? So that's very southern. I think that's southern. Came up with that off the top of my head. I just thought about it. Do you call it supper or dinner? Supper or dinner? So at supper time, we go and grab our plate and we fix our plate. I do say that. I might here and there could think of any southern related ideas I could do since I